Hi everyone. Well, that was fun. Little technical glitch, it seems. I'm very sorry about that. I hope you're still here. I think we'll come straight onto our backs. And as you are doing so, I just would like to remind you I do have a YouTube channel, which I will be moving to probably tomorrow because Facebook is unreliable and YouTube has much better quality. In the meantime, we still have 15 minutes. Let's come down onto your backs if you're not there already. Inhaling, lifting your legs, and let's just hold them there for a moment. And again, if you find it very difficult to hold the legs, you can come to a wall. If you want a little bit of an extra edge, bring your block and just stick it somewhere where you can feel a little bit of pressure in the sacrum and get a release there. It's a little more difficult, of course, to move the sacrum, to move the coccyx, to move those really hard, big, dense, heavy bones that are all fused together. But remember, the bones are also living, breathing tissue, and as yin gets into the deep connective tissues of the body, into the fascia, of course, connects every system of the body together. It acts as a communicator, but it also penetrates every muscle, every bone, every organ. So as we do these deep stretches, we are literally stretching out the inside of our bones. Now, wherever you find yourself, we're going to come into our closing sequence. So let's bring the left leg over the right knee, looping the arms through, finding binding. And of course, if it's a bit tough or tight, use your scarf, use your strap. And if you do feel quite comfortable here, you can start to maybe bring one hand to the foot, holding your heel a little bit further in, and one arm going out. Okay, so one arm holding and one arm really pushing that knee out. Try to keep your hips squared. Try not to twist the spine at all here. We won't hold this for too long. We're just getting a nice deep hip opener. Another few breaths. And when you're ready, inhaling, arms out to the side, and exhale. Let's bring the knees together. So really pressing the knees in as tight as you can, almost like you're crossing, okay? Crossing the knees. If you're a little bit more limber or your ossification is feeling more malleable today, you can come into a Garudandasana, which is the eagle. So your feet can be twisted in eagle, and let's bring our arms in as well. So if your left leg is on top, let's bring our right arm on top. So inhaling, arms up. Again, we're going to cross the eyes of the elbows. Palms are facing away from your feet. And as we continue to bring them together, do your best. And of course, that might not work. This might be enough for you. And this might be where your body naturally finds itself. If that's the case, that's fine. Keep lengthening out to both sides. Otherwise, looping the arms in. And inhale. Keep lifting. And exhale, arms out to the side, and let both legs fall down, turning the head in the opposite direction, and release here. We're going to hold this for about 5 deep breaths. And remember, as you inhale, the balloon in your belly is expanding, the rib cage extending. This stretch, this asana, is primarily targeting the lower back, sacrum region, the coccyx spine.
And in traditional yoga philosophy, this is the seat of the Kundalini energy. Kunda means a coiled serpent, coiled 3.5 times, with its head peeking up, and waiting for that cue from you for ascension. On your next inhale, let's slowly unravel the spine, bring the legs back up, unraveling the legs and bouncing them, kicking them, getting a little bit of movement. You can have some scissoring side to side, whatever you need, bicycling. As your body feels, you might even want to rock the spine or rolling side to side. Listen to your body. Take the seat of the observer in your body, and when you're ready, we'll do the same thing to the opposite side. So right knee and ankle find connection. Inhaling, lacing the hands through, finding binding. And again, if you'd like to take it a little bit deeper, you can bring the opposite arm and try to keep the body lined up. Try not to let the whole body contort in on itself, but rather finding space. Let the limbs be long. We were designed for our limbs to hold the body up, to find space symmetrical to that of the length of the limb. Holding here for just another breath, feeling the opening, the hamstring, the hip flexor. And when you are ready, bring the arms out to the side. Knees come together, pushing the knees as tight as they can, as though they're being crossed, or Garudasana, tucking the toe in behind the opposite ankle. And if the right leg is on top, let's now have the left arm. So inhaling, arms up, palms facing away, crossing the eyes of the elbows. And imagine there's someone pulling you here and someone pulling you here. You can feel that stretch. And imagine that you can even give yourself that extra push, which you can. You just have to find it, lengthen into that. And if you'd like to bring your arms into Garudasana or eagle position, so lifting, bringing the palms together, and you may find one side a little bit more open than the other. That's absolutely fine. Just as we live our lives and these habitual routines, our bodies take on the experiences and they hold them. The experiences of our lives essentially are held within the muscle memory of our body. Keep lifting as we inhale, stretching out the shoulders. In order to bring our bodies back to a healthy state of equilibrium and balance, we need to work out all those kinked up experiences in our bodies. Inhaling, arms out to the side for a bit of a anchoring, and exhale, dropping the legs. Oh yeah. And just feel that domino, tuk, 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 spinal release. And breathing. So essentially the 4 or 5, if you're counting the coccyx parts of the spine, need basically 3 different movements every day. And that's it. I mean, that's not it for our cardio, but for the health of our spine, we need to be twisting. We need to be leaning forward and back and leaning side to side. So those 3 different movements in the 4 accessible parts of the spine will do wonders for the quality of your life and the health of your body. On your next inhale, we're going to slowly come back up to center. Unraveling the legs again. You can kick them, bounce them, whatever you'd like to do. The health of your spine is in direct correlation to the quality and longevity of your life. We're going to come into a full happy baby here. If it's a bit too much, you can start with half. We will hold it for just a moment. So flattening the soles to the sky, and the knees are going to start to come towards the armpits. You can even bring the hands and start to the back of the thigh and start to bring yourself down. Make sure the feet stay flexed, heels pushing up to the sky, toes moving back towards you, and knees coming into the armpit. Now, if you say, there is no good gosh darn way that I'm getting my knees to my armpits, that's fine. Just stay here and just kind of let them flail out to the side. Hips, shoulders, that's the target, that's the culprit, that's where stress goes, that's where we sit in our Western lifestyles at chairs and desks and offices. Inhale, if you're with me, bring the hands out to the side of the edge of the foot and pressing into the meaty, juicy parts of the outer edge of the foot, pushing down, trying to keep the lower back, the lumbar flattened, the sacrum and tailbone also expanding, widening, and also imagine you're breathing from that lower back, and try to curl your coccyx down, that little tailbone, wiggly, wiggly, wiggly part of your spine that we may, of course, add a tail there someday, maybe. Who knows? Just keep your spine lengthening down, lengthening up, inhaling. Remember the balloon in your belly. And when you're ready, we're going to slowly release the arms, bring the legs back down, wide legs out to the side of your mat, the side of your body. And exhale, drop the knees down to one side, trying to get the knees to contact the floor, and turn the upper body to the opposite side. And you can even give a bit of a lift if you feel like it, not too much. But again, just find that natural spinal lengthening to the other side. Inhale. Good. So your movement's following your breath. Inhale as we lift, exhale as we drop. A few times on either side. Letting your breath slow down, and when you're ready, simply let the legs extend and come into your Shavasana position. Feet are a few inches apart, palms are facing upwards a few inches away from the body. Your fingers are so relaxed already that they are starting to curl in just a little bit. If you feel your lower back really arching up and it's not comfortable, stick something under your knees, a pillow, a block, a blanket, and breathe here, scanning your mind through the body, releasing any places of tightness or tension. And as you exhale, feel that stress releasing from the body. Now, of course, you're welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as you like. It's important to stay for at least a few deep breaths after the practice so that our energy can just start to settle, just like we're sifting sand. That sand or those energetic movements, that the intelligence of the body knows where to go and what to do. We just need to show up and breathe. Stay here for as long as you need. Otherwise, when you're ready with your eyes closed, breath deep, mind open, heart soft, body very relaxed, gently begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Slowly allow the head to turn to the left, pressing the ear to the earth, and slowly to the opposite side. Feel that massage on the back of your skull. And inhaling back to center, arms up overhead, interlacing the fingers, and exhale to the left. And exhale to the right. Releasing back to center, inhaling knees into the chest, coming into a bit of a Legs bound position, but very relaxed, rocking side to side, up and down, making small circles with the knees or larger, or finding stillness, whichever you so desire. Listen to your body. And when you are ready, and only when you are ready, in your own time and at your own pace, nice and slowly, bringing the right arm up, folding to the right side, using the right bicep as a pillow, staying in this original yoga position for just a moment. In this fetal position, take a moment to send your energy to your mother, your father, and all of those people and energies who have helped make you who you are today. Take a moment to send your love to the suffering amongst us. Allow a smile to come across the face, releasing the endorphins from the practice, keeping what you need for yourself to continue to be a wonderful, fabulous, kind, loving human being. And when you're ready, only when you're ready, in your own time, at your own pace, and very slowly coming back up to a comfortably seated position. Take a moment to feel the effects of the practice on the body. And as is traditional, to close the practice with a breath extension, vibration creation. And this one, of course, is in honor of the 7 o'clock PST time zone, to all the health workers on the front line, all the people that have been touched by the current global situation. When you're ready. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Atma Namaste. Thank you very much for coming. If you have any comments, questions, or feedback, please let me know. And may I remind you, of course, thank you very much for your patience with the technology. I will be sending out future YouTube links because I think it's a bit more reliable. And in the meantime, you are not the body, you are not the light, you are not the emotion.